Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out yet, yesterday or earlier yesterday, I predicted that this was spread by the end of the week. I'm going to make another prediction that it's going to get to where it's going to be extremely violent. This is violence, but I'm talking about life-taking violence probably by Thursday. We already have people pulling up on ICE agents and pointing paintball guns at them and shooting them. We have Marines coming in. And I'm going to say this about the Marines that these people don't seem to understand. Them boys is designed to break and destroy things. And so the globalists are kind of getting what they want by fomenting this unrest. And it's a trap. It really is a trap. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a trap. But I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. And I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to explain to you why.
Well, I ain't leaving. Well, as a matter of fact, we got over 100 teams out today enforcing immigration law, and we're going to flood the zone. I've said for a month, sanctuary cities, you don't want us to arrest these bad guys that you just listed out. We could arrest them in the safety and security of a county jail, but they won't let us into jail. They release them into the community, which means we got to send a whole bunch of teams in the community to find this dangerous person that don't want to be found. So sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want: more officers in the communities and more officers in worksite. We can't arrest them in jail or arrest them in the community. If we can't arrest them in the community, we're going to increase worksite enforcement operation. We're going to flood the zone. And based on what LA's doing right now, we're going to continue to flood the zones. We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years, arresting public safety threat illegal aliens. We're not going to apologize for doing it. So we're not going anywhere, Jesse. We're going to do the job the American people voted Donald Trump in office for. We're going to make America safe again, one illegal alien criminal at a time. And this is another reason we need the big, beautiful bill passed so we can hire more ICE agents, get more technology, and help us find these people. Look, we got over 20 million illegal aliens in this country. We got less than 5,000 deportation officers. We're outnumbered. You want more criminals taken off the street? You want more efficient operations? Then they need to pass this bill and fund ICE and fund the Border Patrol to keep President Trump's promise to the American people.
Now, it's clear that Tom Homan ain't backing down. He ain't backing down. And it's clear that the paid protesters, who are now, it's been disclosed that they're getting paid between $2,500 and $12,000 per week, that they about their paper. You know what I'm saying? They want their money. So this is a clash that's coming down the pipeline. And the hope is that this clash will spill out and spill everywhere. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, I told y'all, and I said this at the beginning, I said when Donald and Elon started beefing out, it was a sign in the spirit realm. This was a battle of pride. It was a battle of pride and ego during Pride Month. I said it. I showed you guys on my whiteboard chart. I showed you all the intricate aspects and pieces of it if you've been following me for a little while. And when you think about what Gavin Newsom is doing as well, Gavin Newsom is trying to use pride to provoke the Trump administration into making a mistake. In fact, when we look real closely, ladies and gentlemen, every last one of these people are using pride. Don't believe me? Just watch. Look at this.
Who in their right mind would accept that reality? So I want to be reassuring to our community. Every single graduation site is a protected site. I have directed our own police force to redouble their efforts and establish perimeters of safety around graduation sites to intervene and interfere with any federal agency who may want to take action during these joyous times that we call graduation. Not on our watch.
Hands off! Hands off Social Security! Hands off off special education! Hands off Medicaid! I have sued him 3 times just this week. We have sued, we have stopped him. Check, 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 check. Have you lost the will to fight? Are you in this fight with me every day? Then let's go.
Not to deploy U.S. forces domestically here. It's clear that Donald Trump is tearing this country apart. He's pitting American citizens against one another. The National Guard men and women who have been deployed to the streets of Los Angeles, they're citizens of California. I'm sure they don't like the idea that they have to fulfill their obligations as National Guards people, despite the recommendations, the strong recommendation of the governor and the mayor not to do that. But Donald Trump is determined to have this confrontation and provoke confrontation. And that's why just listening to Mike Johnson basically say it's okay to deploy U.S. military forces domestically here against American citizens. I mean, just after 120 days or so of this administration, I can just, imagine where it's going to go over the next 120 days and over the next 3.5 years. And I'm hoping that there's going to be individuals of principle in the Republican Party who are going to say enough is enough. But, I've lost faith in so many of them who have just been willing to give Donald Trump everything he wants, again, irrespective of law and order, irrespective of the Constitution, irrespective of common sense, and irrespective of what keeps this country together, which is the people that keep us together. And again, I think Donald Trump is going down this road intentionally, again, to try to provoke these types of confrontations that's going to go nowhere good.
And I want you to understand there's a reason why I ended that with Brennan, because this is a deep state attack on America during Pride Month. And if we really think about it, you see, the way Pride works is you got to have both parties to fight. And so you may be saying, well, James, I see what you're saying. It's Pride Month, but I don't really get it. Let me show you where the other forms of pride are rising up. And you're going to see the clash that's coming. And it's a serious clash that's coming down the pipeline because this is what they wanted. And I dare to say this is what the devil wanted, honestly. Because when you really look at it, this got to be part of his plan. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm 100% confident in the Lord that he going to bail us out of this one. But it's a trap, man. And when Brennan came out, Brennan started running his mouth and starting to frame the conversation. Remember, every word you hear from these politicians is a frame for the future. It's the frame for the impeachment of Donald Trump and the arrest of Donald Trump. So it's a frame, which I don't understand what they think going to happen. Because you're going to get rid of Donald, you're going to be left with J.D. Vance unless they got J.D. Vance compromised. J.D. Vance don't seem like he very compromised to me. He actually seems like he may just be worse than Donald Trump. But we'll find out. But let me show you where the other pride is coming in. Because you see this all over the place, but you may not understand what you're looking at, or you may understand. But you may haven't seen it from this perspective.
Listen to me. This is a public service announcement for anyone who knows me. I am giving you all, granting all of you, one more fuck around. After that, y'all gonna start finding out. Everyone gonna start finding the fuck out.
Uh-oh. Trump just sent 700 Marines to Los Angeles to back up the National Guard against these out-of-control protesters. And let me be clear, the Marines are the big dogs. This ain't no regular crowd control. When they show up, the games are over. These men and women are highly trained, highly efficient, and they don't come to negotiate with chaos. This right here is law and order being restored. And it's about time. These aren't peaceful protests anymore. And this is a coordinated Democrat-endorsed coup disguised as activism, and Trump just made it clear he's not letting this country fall.
You got to understand, it's a real dastardly thing that they're doing. You see, they've been doing this for 4-5 years, just getting away with foolishness. So everybody want to see them get their issue, right? Right? Everybody want to see them get their issue. The Marines are coming. Yeah, the Marines don't play. And that ain't no lie, that's the truth. Them boys don't play. But here come the okey doke. Here come the okey doke. All of a sudden, all the Mexican flags getting ready to go away. As soon as the Marines come, the Mexican flag's going to go, and the narrative is about to shift to they're attacking American citizens. They're hurting the Americans, even though we know 1 in 10 people in California isn't illegal.
Are you going to help those American flags? We got rid of all of them when they started coming. We were sitting ducks here, so we.
How many did you guys be able to?
Oh wait.
I think we got 5 or 6 out.
If you ask the Subaru right there,
but they're not put together.
Oh, they're not put together.
Not put together.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was a good idea.
Right.
We're gonna bring them back out.
We're gonna bring them back out after.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might be back out in an hour.
Yeah.
They're marching from this. They're gonna start coming this way.
Yeah.
I think that was a good idea after yesterday.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you guys.
Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Where'd you get the American flag? Yeah, wait, where? He just handed it to me because I was on the top. It's like a random guy? Oh, alright, thanks. Excuse me. I was looking for these flags. Where did you get this?
Around the corner they have it bench.
Okay, oh. Are they just giving them out?
Yeah.
So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, they got to get rid of the Mexican flags because the narrative is y'all can't be protesting, running around with the Mexican flags, right? You can't have images and visuals like this one held to the now. No. The insurrection's going to fail immediately if you have this kind of imagery, right?
Yeah. Call you later.
And that brings me to my final point of this video. My final point is this. This is, in fact, a coordinated insurrection against the United States of America, and it's going to have to be put down, ladies and gentlemen. There's no doubt about the fact that it's going to have to be put down, but it's going to have to be put down God's way. And I'm going to tell you, this is more than just a physical attack. This is a spiritual attack on a nation during Pride Month, trying to bring the President of the United States and all of us into pride. How do I know? Because I felt it today. I don't know about you, but I felt like I'm so sick and tired of these raggedy, low-down, no good, scallywag, scoundrel, illegals coming over here acting a damn fool in this nation, getting paid money to go out and protest. Ain't nobody paid me no money to do nothing. Let's go get them. And then I caught myself and I said, self, what? That's exactly what they want you to do. And you know where the pride challenge comes in? Because you got to have enough sense to say, no, we can't get involved. We can't run out in the streets, even though everything in social media is going to be egging you on to go out in the streets, you know. And you see it in my comments, you know, the American people aren't doing anything. We're just sitting back letting them get away with it. That's the devil. And that's his psychological operation. And that's millions of dollars trying to get you to leave out your house and do something. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Somebody come on your property acting a fool, dump on them. Blucka, blucka, blocka, blocka, boo, pow, bang, bang, pew, pew. You know what I'm saying? Your life in danger. Pew, pew, pow, pow, bang, bang. But, hey, man, don't go run out there trying to meet them people in them streets. You want to know why? I'll tell you exactly why. Because you can go in that crowd of people and you could be completely right. They're going to beat the dog crap out of you and then they're going to arrest you. If you go in that crowd of people and you go pew, pew, pow, pow, bang, bang, you're going to go to prison and they not. Yeah. Let the Marines get out there and do what they need to do. Let them do what they need to do. They're going to handle their business. Yeah. Let them do. What you need to do is be praying. Yes, sir. You need to be praying.